Hi, I've got your file open here, and I just want to go over a few quick things that I think are going to make life in Max a lot easier. I just want to make sure that your Alt and middle mouse clicking, this allows you to rotate around your object. If you control middle mouse click and drag, that's the pan. Yes, it starts to go on a curve, but that's meant to just do little kind of pans across. It's Alt and middle mouse click and drag to rotate around. Rotate up and down. You can always look down here and just make sure you're on orbit subobject. And that'll help to get through the camera piece. Again, you can always click on something. Let's go out of here. You can click on something, hit Z, and it'll zoom in to that. Then I just use the rolly ball to click out of it. So now talking about bridge, I'm going to delete the camera body just so we can see. I like to make sure that I go into edge faces so I can actually see what I'm working with. Now here, you have a lot of edge loops, and these are not necessary. I didn't take off points for it because it's not wrong. They're full edge loops, but they're not needed in this instance. And for bridging, you want to have an open edge. So this is kind of a closed one because we have a face on either side of our edge here. So we've got a face here and a face there. So what you're going to want to do is clean up some of these edge loops. So you can click on one and hold Control to select multiple, but you can really delete all of these in here. Make sure you actually know what you're clicking on because we do not want these ones. And you can hold Shift to remove from the selection. But then I'm just going to hit Delete on the keyboard, and what that does is it actually clears out the face as well. You can see it looks like I've got some extra information here. We can delete these ones as well. So we're actually cleaning up your model in the process. Okay, so you want to do this all the way around. But for right now, what we want to do is make sure we have points on both sides so that I can show you how to bridge. So I'm gonna go back into edge mode just to make this base selection. And again, I'm hitting delete on the keyboard so that it removes the faces with it. And then I'm going to clean up these 4 faces that are left behind. And it's always important to make sure you start, simply and then add detail to it. So over here we have the Polygon Modeling tab. And when you open it up, you can see that we've got a bunch of different options here. So let's see, we'll go into modeling. I'm going to go actually over back here and into my edge mode so that we're in the right section, because you'll notice this will change. So now this says edge. You can see we have bridge in here. So bridge works by grabbing an equal number of edges. So I'm going to grab that, look across the way, hold Control and grab this top one. So then I can go to edges, bridge, I can click bridge settings. So these bridge settings, you can see you can adjust how many divisions, you can smooth edges. For what we're doing, you just want one across, so then you can hit OK to have that set. So then you can continue moving along the path. You can just click the button to actually have it bridge. So once you get these two paired, and you'll notice you'll have these ones left over. So what you can do, instead of having to bridge all the way, is we can slice an edge to connect the middle through here, and then you won't have to finish the bridge. So I'm going to pause the video for a second and I'll delete the edges so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so I deleted all the faces on the inside here, and I just did one more bridge across here. Now if I go into edge mode and I go to bridge these two together, you'll notice that now of course it works. I was going to say you might not get something. It might not recognize what it needs to bridge, and it might get confused. So then you're going to run into the spot where it's like, well, I've got a triangle and we don't want that. So what we can do is actually go to Edit and Swift Loop, and what this will do is insert an edge loop. I just click and let go, and I hit Q, which is my selection tool, just to get out of that tool. So then we've got this nice edge, but we need to merge these two vertices. Currently we just have kind of a hole of, where they would be. So you want to go into vertex mode, and in vertices here we have target weld. So I can click on one, let go, click on the other. Now those are welded together. So you can see that by doing that, I'm creating a nice clean fill to the hole. Now, of course, you're going to have to do that to the other side as well if this were going to be a whole object. I think in your case, you don't really need to if you wanted this to be clear. Okay? So make sure you're using kind of this modeling tab up here, and again, Alt middle mouse to orbit around your object. Okay? You can also use this view cube up here if you find that to be more helpful. If you don't see it, you can go here and view cube, show the view cube. Okay? So let me know if you have any other issues.